What is the value or significance of rank in video games, and is it worth it? This is something I ask myself as I observe many players who desperately try to obtain a rank higher than what they have, as though the rank they currently have is never enough. In this video, I will use the game League of Legends as the prime example. The way some will see it is, if they're bronze, they're not silver. If they're silver, they're not gold, and so on. This is a system where achievements don't always promise satisfaction. Players will commonly have an itch to prove to themselves that they can go higher on the rank ladder, especially after seeing the obvious mistakes of others on their same level. However, mistakes are everywhere.
Because this is the largest goal deficit at 20.
Faker with one of the worst flashes!
People complain about low elo having issues such as poor macro, although high elo has its own issues too. The largest one being narcissism, likely to have been built from inflated stats on their op.gg page, which they will hold as gospel. Narcissistic personalities lead players to throw trades and fights due to thinking that they can 1v9. In the heat of the moment, they see themselves as the John Wick of Summoner's Rift. Then, in the result of their embarrassingly stupid death, they become the victim.
Is this a support?
Dying not because of their own incompetence, but because of somebody else on their team not making the match easier to allow such incompetence. I can't tell you how many League of Legends players perceive themselves as kings because of their virtual rank, and that everyone below them are peasants, losers. What, you haven't spent hours every week grinding for this season's League of Legends rank? How pathetic. Their minds are sunk so far into the game with egos that go beyond space. Many of them believe they can't do wrong in a match, and it's everyone else that's making the mistakes.
I don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm better.
A person feeding as Yone top will be quick to criticize you for missing a single skill shot in a team fight, but not himself for picking Yone top, especially into a team with armor stacking tanks. So what is the value of rank? It's safe to say the value is determined by the opinion of the player. A player who is high on the ladder might give it much value because it promotes their self-worth, while a player who is lower on the ladder might also give it value because it's something they don't possess. I don't think much of myself being a Masters player, but I've had many players in bronze and silver go nuts when I tell them my rank. They think it's cool.
I have a boyfriend. Oh my god, you didn't tell me you were Masters in League of Legends?
That's what I do.
The truth is, we all have potential to go further, to climb higher, but is it really necessary to go the distance? I'm Platinum in Street Fighter. I know I can achieve Diamond by learning the matchups more and improving my footsies, but is the grind to become a better player in a single game going to be worth the dozens of hours invested? What other games or real-life events could I have experienced? If you find yourself on the notorious climb, ask yourself those same questions. It's not uncommon for one to spend 8 hours grinding for rank on a Saturday, but not spend a single hour working on their physical health. Players will go through hours of stress, anger, and situations where the odds are unfairly against them, such as being forced with a Soraka top player on their team. They will go through hell just so they can have a shiny emblem on their profile that disappears when the season is over, or now when the split is over. But some say they climb the ladder because it's fun. If this is the case, you should watch my video, Is League of Legends Fun? And then try to tell me that. I think one reason why people chase the rank is to get a bit of clout. I say this because whenever someone achieves a rank, they let everyone know about it on Discord. Perhaps they make a tweet about it or post it on their social media story. It's as though they have this yearning to be validated on their skill and to be respected by other people. Something similar happens when players are screwed over, like when someone on their team feeds and loses them the game. Players will then showcase these post-game results, explaining how they lost, and reassuring others that they don't deserve the fate of losing an hour's worth of LP by the hands of idiots that they have no control over. And you know what? They're absolutely right. The system is bullshit. Great players are held back all the time. So why would rank matter?
The rank system doesn't work at all. Most of this is just the game constantly inhibiting how good you can actually do. In any great competitive video game, there are so many techniques and opportunities for a great player to just whoop some ass. In League, you don't really have those options, and because this game wants to cater to the biggest audience possible to make the most money, like Call of Duty, it's just gonna stay that way forever.
Most of us know the rank system in League is terrible. It relies much on the luck of reliable teams, abusing the meta, abusing the mechanic of dodging, and long grinding sessions that not everyone can commit to. After admitting how bad everything is, this for some people will simply go out the window when they finally do manage to hit the top. It's all about skill, they'll say, contrary to what they've said before during the climb. People will use rank as leverage in any heated argument in League chat. Oh, you believe Baron was the correct play? Well, I'm Grandmaster on my main account, so you're wrong. Rank itself may be a ticket to the big stage with a pro team if you hit Challenger, but otherwise, it seems to have an inflated sense of value with little significance, that in return just boosts the ego of players and makes them feel like the dozens of hours they funneled into the game was worth it. I don't want to completely disregard the achievements of others within the gaming community, as these games can be a great way to display skills such as reaction time, problem solving, communication, and teamwork. Rank can help you get a sense of progression, a hint of improvement. Let's not forget about rank rewards either. However, I will always continue to question those who are heavily fixated on these emblems and scores. So tell me, what do you think? Is rank worth it? And what value do you believe it has?